Hello, hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Lorette, the Vintage Paper Girl. Welcome to my studio. I'm really happy that you're here with me today to hang out and have a little show and tell of all the projects I've been working on that I finished. Thought I would share those with you real quick, maybe do a little bit of a craft and just catch up. So it should be midweek for you. Hopefully you're having a good week already and the rest of it goes really, really well. I want to say welcome to all of my new subscribers who recently have found me. I'm so thrilled that you're here. And also a big thank you, hugs and kisses to all of my very faithful followers who comment, who watch my videos all the way through, who hang out with me and do a little craft. So here we are today with some finished pieces. You see there's quite a bit on the desk here. So what I thought I would do is go through what I have here. Before I get going, I want a little piece of business. Now, for those of you who've been with me for a while, you know that Vintage Paper Girl has a shop inside of a jeweled design. I have 4 digitals that are mine, and they are scans of original vintage documents and then some lace papers that I made up. And we have an antique 1901 letters. We have vintage 1927 Ladies Society. We have antique 1862 long legal letters, and some old lace, Paris lace scanned pieces in a variety of colors. All these are things that I use in the backgrounds of a lot of what you see here. So if you need background pages, I recently dropped the price significantly, some of them as much as 50%, so that I know times are rough right now and money's tight. And so for those of you who need them and maybe we're like, well, I just don't really have the funds right now, go take a peek, see if maybe it's in your budget now, so that you could have them for your backgrounds and not have to pay an arm and a leg. So I did drop them there, a permanent drop. I probably shouldn't say that. I don't plan to raise up the prices, but you never know, maybe later. But for right now, here they are. This is them. So, you know, it's just a copy of a, anyway, just because I don't have the technical ability to create this page. So I just wanted to share with you that I do have a price drop. Look under a jeweled design. You will find a link in this video in the drop down box where the description is. You'll find a link to the shop, and then just go look these up in there, and you'll find mine have a little bit different header than a jeweled designs does. Now, a jeweled design is my daughter. We have a shop together. And, you know, she's got some beautiful digitals in there as well. So anyway, that's the first thing. So the second thing is, let's look at what I have on my desk here. I think since this was the last thing that I worked on with all of you, I'm gonna set these off to the side. Then we'll go over what's here. And you can have a peek at them. You can also see close-ups of all of my work for more details on my Instagram page, which is the Vintage Paper Girl. Okay, so now this was the clutch flip-up journal that I came up with, and I changed it. I did not like, I had this big bulky flower here. I don't know if it was that one or this one, but one of these beautiful bulky flowers here. Yeah, no, that's not it. It was this one. And I didn't like it. I felt like it just took over the whole thing. So I took it off and I reworked it. And I think it's better now. It puts the focus back on the couple, you know, with little hints of the antique gold. And, you know, so I really just didn't care for this. You saw this mostly completed. I do have 2 journaling cards here. And these are from Old Decina. And then I put in a lovely stack of little vintage papers that can be written on the back of. I added a letter, a vintage letter, a copy of a vintage letter, so that all these things can be written on. And someone suggested this would make a great gift for a summer bride. And yes, it would make a great gift for a summer bride. I kind of have one in mind. And I'm also thinking what I might do with these is tie them with a bit of, a bit of seam binding from my scrap cabin. So let me get a piece of this. Now that I was thinking about this last night in bed when I was falling asleep, it popped into my head. And I thought, oh, I could just tie it up with some ribbon and it would be real, real pretty. So while we're here, how are all of you? Are you all good? Everybody healthy, having a great summer? I hope so. It's technically summer now. I think it's the 21st. I think today is the first day of summer. Well, the day I'm making this is the 21st or the 22nd. So we are now, I think, officially in summer. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? We made it to summer. Where did spring go? I love spring. I hate it when spring goes so fast. I'm not a summer girl at all. I don't like heat. So, we can do something like this, tie up our little letters. I think it's okay. I'm just going to do that. Just a little added extra something. So we're going to put that in our big deep pocket that we have here. I did close it with Velcro. For those of you who haven't seen that, I added a beautiful little applique flower, satin flower, and pearls. And then, we have the 2 cards. I did tie them in. And in addition to that, I did go through, and on certain pages, I did do a little pretty little fleur-de-lis stamp there. And then the back has stayed the same, and it is covered on the back, which I think we did. So there she is. Isn't she lovely? I don't have a name for her. I like the name Oldesina. But anyway, actually, I'm going to name it Alyssa. So after a young bride who's getting married this year. So I think this may be a gift that I make for her, that I give to her for her wedding, because she loves old and vintage things and handmade things. So I think this will be little Miss Alyssa. Isn't she pretty? So she's all done. So I wanted to share that with you before I forgot, because, time flies on and you'll be like, what happened to that white one? Did you ever finish it? Yes, I did. Then I've showed you this one a couple times, but I have finally decorated everything in it. I have added a little flower with a rose. I added a pretty lady. I've added all kinds of vintage laces and pearls and some words. And that one's done. I added some more lace and roses and a little tag there. These, I added some lace and pearls too, so that you can write on them. There are 2 of those. I'm back to this one again because I never did show you her completed. And I wanted to do that. This one, I still feel like maybe she needs some lace on the bottom, but I guess everything doesn't have to have lace or pearls, maybe, I don't know. I'm going to pull that out. I kind of have a feeling it's going to get some more, but I won't bring it back. And then I did add just a very large, I put some netting and some wording and some pearls. And these come from Sam Poole, and put these on the back. This set, I can't remember if it came from Sam Poole or Ruby and Pearl. I'm not sure where these came from. I've been working with a lot of kits. And then on the back, I did some light stamping and left room to write. So that's what's in the back there. So this little beauty's done. While we're thinking about it, why don't we just grab just a teeny bit of lace, and I like that pink lace. Maybe we could just use that. That would be really pretty on there. Where'd my little scissors go? Oh, they're already out. We were already using them. Oh, there's some pretty little hearts on here. Let's see, which way do we want this up? We're just gonna add some more lace because it was bothering me. No, not liking the pink. Shocking. Shocking. No pink lace. What? Oh, I can't believe it's summer. I know I just said that, but wow. It's hot here today. It's 101. Crazy. We go from 61 day to 101 the next. I never know what to think. I don't know what to wear half the time. So I have on a sleeveless tank dress and a little sweater over it because it's still cool it's morning for me, early morning. So I just have on a little sleeveless dress, the tank top dress that goes to the floor with a big slit down it so I can walk. There we go. So I can be comfy. and cool. Plus, you don't need to see my big ol' arms. Okay. Hereditary big arms. Ham hock arms. Oh my gosh, you should have seen my aunt. Oh my goodness. Slender, but the rest of her, she had these giant arms. I think it must have ran in the family. My grandma Soda was that way too. Okay, so we got a little bit of that on there. I feel like that's a little more finished and polished. We'll just pop that in there. And I'll put that off to the side and let it dry. This is something I've shown quite a bit on my Instagram and my Facebook page. So this is a very pretty little, well, it looks like just a tag, but it's not. It's a flip on a glassine bag. We have writing space here. We have writing space here. We have a lovely, it's done on a glassine bag. And I made a really pretty large tag. This tag is pretty good size. Let me see if I get my ruler. I think this is 6.5. Let me see. Well, the base tag is 6.5. And then when you add the lace, it's almost 7. And then I used one of my digitals. I glued that onto a piece of cardstock and added a doily. I inked it. I've added laces, cheesecloth, an applique, some lace and pearls down here, all vintage, and then some sari silk. And I made that to go inside this little bag that goes here. Isn't this lovely? Oh, it'd be pretty in a journal or as a standalone piece. If I were going to make it standalone, I would definitely do something with the back, because I can see where we might need just a bit of, I'm trying to figure out what glue I need here. Just a bit of glue to, we're going to see if this is going to come out. My glue has been acting up huge. Yeah, literally the minute I stick a pin in it, it just isn't coming out. And I don't know what the deal is. So, or it just squirts all over the place. So actually, my glue behaved better this winter than it's behaving this spring and summer. Got a little rip here. I may put some tape or something on there. Or I'll probably stick some, you know what might be pretty up the back of that? Well, you guys get to see me refinish my things that I finished, or I thought I finished, but I really didn't finish. What is wrong with me? I don't know what happened. I thought these were all done, but you know, surprise, surprise, they weren't. Maybe I could just stick a little bit of washi tape. I'm looking to see what would look good with it. Really, none of these are all kind of bright, but it's the back, so I guess it really doesn't matter. I just kind of wanted to stick some random tape across the back. That one ripped off really badly, which I don't need that ugly bit. These have some pretty pink roses, so I think they're fine. If it doesn't stick, I'll just go back with some glue stick. But I find if I burnish it really well, it sticks good. So now I'll grunge it down a little bit because it's a little bright for me. There we go. Doesn't go well with that. So more than likely, I'll probably end up covering that back. Depends what I do with it, where it ends up being, will depend on, yeah, I don't like that for sure. Yeah, I'll just put something over that. But that way it will not, I'm going to show you a fix for this. You'll sort of see it through that, but not. For those of you who want to know how to fix your bag or something in the back that you don't like. Let's go on this side. And then I'm going to re-rip this because I love this stuff. This is a painter's tape I get at my local paint store. No big box stores or mailing for me. That was just my local paint store. I go there all the time. And because my hair salon is attached to it. I'm going to wrinkle this just a bit. I'm going to take my, kind of age it a little. Well, this is where it becomes a little bit of a craft and a chat. And we're just going to, whatever's already on my sponge. And now we can either use Fabri-Tac or glue stick or whatever we want. I won't use the glitter glue because it leaves lines and I don't want any lines showing. So we'll just do this. And you'll sort of see through it, so that'll be cool. You'll see that through there. I'm gonna go this way. It's a little bit wider at the bottom here. And then if it's just kind of hanging over, we'll do a little scrunching. So it just matches the rest, you know. If I don't like it, I can always cut that off. It's no biggie. Let me see. Let's do this. This is Fabri-Tac, for those of you who asked. I did have questions from some of my newbies, and yeah, I use Fabri-Tac glue. It's by Beacon. I get it on Amazon. I also buy it. Where else have I bought it? One of my favorite shops, and I'm absolutely running a complete blank. Oh, it'll come back to me. No worries. Scrapbookingwithme.com is where I get it also. She has a lot of different glues, so every glue you could think of. Well, not every glue, but she has all the ones that I use, except for she doesn't carry Scotch Create. This is a glue stick I prefer, and I get it on Amazon as well. If you don't want to shop at Amazon, you can just look it up on your Safari or Google it or whatever, and you'll find it. You could just order it. Okay, so that's covered. It matches that more, you know. Although I don't feel like I have enough. So you have writing space on the back, or just glue it right on. Yeah, that washi tape wasn't what I wanted. I should have grabbed a different one. I should have known better, but that's okay. So that one's done. And I love it. It can go into an envelope. It could go in a journal. You can do all kinds of fun things with that. I did make some little coffee dyed envelopes. I used this stamp from Lorna at Tailor Made Journals. One of my favorite stamps. I stamped some French stamps and some mail stamps on a coffee dyed envelope, as well as put this one on there from her. I had a little piece of ribbon and made it, put a little scrappy cluster and some pearls, and then I just used one of my letters to put inside of it. So these are fillers, and what's going to happen with these is they are going in this. Remember this from one of our other videos? This is going to go in here full, and then this is going to go in here as well. We have one of those cards that I made, as long as one of the long French bread, I mean, not French bread, knife and fork or whatever you call it, video things, bags. And then this is also, which I was thinking about putting this one in there, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to save that for something else. Then I also made this. This was just a side tuck pocket. I don't know if I showed this in a video, so I thought I would go back. It's just on a piece of cardstock that I have now inked up. I put a piece of lace over it, vintage lace. I added some of this, my favorite paper here. I added some of my digitals. These are from Happiness and Crafting. That is from Rachel at Roxy Creations. And then these are Happiness and Crafting. And I made a little side tuck. And then what you do is you glue it onto your page and you can tuck it in. And so it becomes a double pocket. These little ladies also come from Happiness and Crafting. More vintage lace and some cheesecloth and some pearls. So that's a fun little pocket. And I was thinking that this would also go into here. So we're getting her all filled up. So she's getting there. And then, you know, I could add, I made this lovely tag. I did a video on these, and it was a collage, they were collage tags. And so I added some laces and a little flower and pearls. And it just changed, and then added some pearls to the butterfly that was on there. So I just took a card that I had a base and zhuzhed it up so I would have more goodies to put into my pocket here because I really wanted to load it up. Really, really, really. Then I made this. This is another large tag. This paper is from, drawing a blank. It'll come back to me. My Porch Prints. Then I used a coffee dyed doily, paper doily, vintage laces and doilies, and then a flower from Claudia at Timeless Crochet for You. She does have flowers in her shop right now, but not these. She doesn't have any more of these sparkly applique flowers, but she has some other beautiful, beautiful flowers. And then again, more beautiful crunchy ribbon, seam binding from my scrap cabin. So vintage laces, little appliques, just all kinds of pretties. I did make it that it could go in here as just a tag. And if I do put that in there right there, it's kind of bright for that though. I think it's too bright. I do have this one, but this one I made pretty much the same way using my background papers, doily, cheesecloth, some vintage crochet doilies, a pretty little flower, you know, some more ribbon, some more laces and pearls. So this is actually to go into another project. I'm making another one of these with a different pieces. If we have time today, I was hoping to work on it. So we'll see. We'll see how the day goes. So that's everything that I have been working on lately. I'm going to put that to the side. So this little baby, she's pretty full. I would like to have maybe one more larger piece in the back and then she'll be done. Because I don't know. I mean, I could put this one in there. No, I don't think so. It just doesn't do it for me. You know what I mean? It's just not quite there. So we could look in our bucket to see if there's anything that would look great back there. I don't know. I'm trying not to dump it on the floor because, you know, I was thinking maybe one of these, except that's awfully bright. Well, I mean, not necessarily. You want some color? That's too peachy. That's too bright. I've got a bunch of those already. I'm looking in my... I do have that. It's a notebook, but I'm not thinking that's it either. Ooh, that's pretty. It's a pocket. You fill it up with a goodie. I have a video on this one. What do we think? I don't know. I think I'll wait and see what else I make. I'm sure there's... Oh, it could be one of those, though. You know these. Remember I made these. Oh, I love no those. I got enough of those ladies in there. I'm wondering. Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to be it. I think I found my other thing. It's a pocket full of goodies. And oh, man, do I love that. Oh, those are my favorite. My absolute favorites. I love making these. I'm going to have to make some more. I did do these on video. I did drop something on the floor. I thought I heard something hit the floor. I did do these on a video. So, and then filled them up with goodies. So I think I'm going to put that back here. And our pocket is full and ready to go into my shop at some point. My poor little tail. I know I ended up pulling some flowers, some pieces out of it accidentally. It got caught. But it's still really pretty. There we go. Very pretty. Love, love, love it. Really happy with it. Oh, I added this. That wasn't on there last time. Is that pretty? I did add that. I thought it needed some real pop. So there we go. That one's now done. So 2 down, 2 big projects down, full and ready to go. My husband and I, he had a doctor's appointment to check out his the lumps on his throat. And the doctor says he's fine. He doesn't feel there's any cancer. We'll keep an eye on it, retest in a year. So yay, good news. I really couldn't have handled one more person in my family with cancer. So very happy that my hubby's okay. After that, we went out to a lovely lunch. And then he took me shopping in the fabric store. I haven't been in a fabric store in 3 years. 3 years since before COVID. So we went to Panera and we got these lovely bags. So I will be doing a video on how to cover these and use this pocket. So if you have access to these bags through bakeries of any kind, everybody sells these. This just happened to be the ones I got from Panera. So I'm going to wipe them out and I'm going to use them on a project very soon. So I want to share those with you. Anyway, he took me shopping for lace, ladies. I went shopping for lace. And big lace, because I needed big pieces of lace. So, you know, he was such a sweetheart. We spent about an hour and a half to 2 hours. He helped me the whole way. He didn't just stand there. He was helpful. He carried things. He found things for me. The ladies in there were so jealous. They're like, oh my gosh, I thought if you only knew. He does videos for me and he gives me his opinion and he's very helpful in my business. He works in my business with me. So I'm a very fortunate lady. We've only been together for 50 years. So I think I finally got him trained. Yes. Perfect. And for those of you who know, I had a whole order of lace damaged by the U.S. Post Office. Well, they sent me some more that I ordered a replacement and she made sure I got it all the way and then refunded me. She was so fabulous. So that came. So now I'm stocked up with all my little, oh dear, I just dropped a project on the floor. Uh-oh. Stocked up with my laces, and I don't want to do a haul on what I bought because I don't know. I would imagine you guys probably don't really care, but I did get a bunch of new satin applique pieces to use. I'm not satin applique, but little bits and pieces to use in my work. So I've got a brand new container full of pretty things to use. So I get these at the Dollar Tree, and then I had a bunch of them that I bought last time they had them because they don't have them very often. And I just bought them. I thought, oh, I know I'll fill them up. Well, when I restocked my satin flowers, now I have a container that goes along with my snippet ones. So making life easy. I love these. When I want to make something, these little containers have been just awesome. I am not searching around. I'm not, going crazy. So let's see. I think what I would like to do, if it's okay with you, I would like to make one of these bags. I think, or do I want to do something else I came up with this morning? Think. Are you guys interested in learning to make a glassine bag flip? Pocket flip? I don't know what you would call it. But all of these things are from Sam Poole. All these papers and these little tags are from Sam Poole. And I think this one, I want to use the shoe. I love that. See, that really goes nicely with this. I think that they go good together. So that's kind of what I made that for. And then I love these two. I actually want to emboss these. I think these would be cool embossed. So that's one of my projects on my to-do list. So I think the first thing I'm going to do, because I don't have time to coffee dye. I need to coffee dye a bunch of these bags. But for right now, while I have time to do it. The weather's great today. I mean, it'll be done in probably 5 minutes, wouldn't it? I'm just going to ink up my bag, make it look old. This bag is, for your info, is about 4 by, if you go to the very tippy top, 6.5, or if you don't go to the tippy top, it's 5. Nah, it's 4 by 6 because I remember when I ordered them from Amazon, I put in 4 by 6 and this is what I got. So I'm just going to give it a little brown. You don't see too much of it because we cover it, but kind of just the thing we want to do here. Give it some age. Anybody doing any fun projects? I know you guys have told me you are. You're working on things. Oh, I know you are because I see some of you who don't tell me, but I see you on Instagram now. Many of you I have found on Instagram. So, and you do some gorgeous work, you guys. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, I want to have a piece of book page and a piece of this for the back. This is going to be on the back. It's going to have to be cut down, so I don't want to ink them until I get them to the size I want. So here's our base. So first thing we want to do is we want to find a way to make a little flip. Now, what I did on the other one, which, why I put it away, I don't know. I took this base piece of paper that's under here, which is this, and I made a little flap, and then I glued it onto the bag. So I can do it the same way, or I could turn it, and I could go around the back and create kind of a little, let me see. I don't really want that much of the bag showing though, do I? Well, let me think about it for just a minute because I'm in creation mode here. Well, I am gonna put it the way it needs to be. Okay, I've got it semi-folded, just lightly. Then we could put it on the back and glue it on two sides, which would give us a little bit of a pocket back there. Wouldn't that be cool? I am going to round the edges just a little bit because I feel like it needs it. And so anyway, my husband and I had a fabulous day. And then after we fabric shopped, we went to Starbucks, which is a coffee shop. Got some pumpkin bread and a coffee, and then got back in the car and sat in traffic. Because by the time we came home, because we had left at 10 in the morning, by the time we did our shopping, had lunch, did shopping, and then got our coffee, it was pretty getting late in the day. And after about 1 o'clock, we get the traffic from because we went up to the big city, which is San Jose, from where we are, and so we had the commute back to our town, which is, we're kind of a bedroom community. We're actually an egg town, but we've become a bedroom community for the big city, which is San Jose. And so we had to sit in that traffic. We took some of the back roads for a little while since we know them. We grew up in the area, so I grew up in San Jose, so did my husband. Okay, so we've got this. And instead of making it flip, okay, so the other thing I want to do, instead of making just a tiny little flap, I'm going to make this a wraparound pocket. So we get a double pocket. This part you won't see, but this part you will. But I will probably cover it with something or leave it white. I don't know. But I do definitely want to, whoopsie, ink it. I don't want everything perfect, so we're going to wrinkle it up a bit. Getting older by the minute, right? There we go. Okay, so now we want to create a little pocket in the back. So I'm gonna go down the side and across the back. Okay. And I'm gonna figure out where do I want that on there. I think I'm gonna put it more towards the top, and I'll just put lace at the bottom is what I'm thinking. Put some lace at the top and lace at the bottom. I'm going to put it more center, actually. I lied. Okay. And we will use our little bone folder to adhere this. And now we have our flip out, right? Now, I want to put this on here. I don't like this edge, So I know what I'm going to do. First things first. Oh, I need to figure out where to go. Oh, here it is. I want to figure out how tall I need this. I think I've got the width very, very well here, but I need to take some off the bottom. And then I'm going to get rid of those sharp corners. And do a little scrunching. That's how I age it up. I love to age things. It's one of my favorite things to do. And then we're going to go. Now, I'm trying to decide if I want to add any book page. If I do, do I want it on the outside or do I want it on the inside? I want to create a layer. I think this is going to be, gosh, I don't know if I want to rip it or not. We'll give it a shot, I guess. I'm going to get it off that because it'll squirrel around on me. Okay. It didn't rip perfectly, which is great. I do want to put that on there. So I don't want to waste all this book page because you're not going to see it. So I am going to rip it down just a bit. No use wasting it if you're not going to see it. Keep it for another project, right? It's very old book page, vintage. Actually, one of my dear friends sent it to me. I was super excited. She sent me a lovely happy mail. I've got to get mine together for her. Trying to figure out what to send her because what do you send someone who has everything? So I think I'll just make her some things. Okay. This is a French document, sample, I think I said, and also her, I like that. And then I think I'll put a piece of this over here. Yep. I don't need it that tall, though. Yeah, just like that. There we go. We'll ink that up. I'm going quickly so I don't run out of time. Let's see, anything else to tell you guys other than our fabulous shopping trip? Oh, I had a good time with the ladies in the store, though. We had such fun. I think we've all missed each other and talking to each other, asking what are you making? Do you need help? And I've sewn my whole life. So, if someone said, well, do you know how to do this? It's like, yep, here's how you do. So we had fun with that. I was helping a lady pick out fabrics for a dress to wear to a wedding. Wasn't that fun? Oh my gosh, I had a great time in my element, And then the lady who was checking me out, we had a great time chit-chatting about everything and prices. And she said, oh, you guys, in the fabric store, remember I said I was shocked at the prices in the craft store? Well, price per yard has doubled to tripled. I about fell over dead. I'm not complaining like as in, oh my gosh, no, shocked. It's like shocked that you hear. Not complaining, shocked. Just like, what? I couldn't believe it. She said, yeah, when they got their first shipments in after COVID, they were all so shocked at the price of everything per bolt. I mean, things that were $15 were $40 a yard. I have never, ever paid that kind of money. And things that used to be $1.99 were $5.99, and they were just like, can you believe it? I'm like, no, I can't. This is crazy. I go, you guys, I'm not going to be able to afford to do this pretty soon. It's like, oh my goodness. It's a good thing I'm stocked on all my cottons and things, but the fancy fabrics that I need to do what I do, oh my gosh. Shocking. Just shocking. Not complaining. Shocking. Just mouth hanging open. Even my husband was like, honey, are they usually that expensive? I'm like, no. Things that were $5 and $6, maybe even $10 a yard were $30. Things that were $15 were $40. I mean, I don't know how wedding dresses must be outrageous based on yardage. I mean, the designers must just be charging 5 arms and 42 legs. I mean, goodness gracious. And rightfully so. Ribbon, everything was crazy. The things that they had in stock before, they said they didn't change the price on, but the new stuff coming in, they had to. The shipping, I guess, because of the shipping containers and that issue and supply lines and stuff, they said it's just been hard for them to get things. And then they used to always have stuff all over the aisles, like they were always unloading bolts of fabric and craft items and whatever. And they said they're just not doing that because there's nothing out there to even buy. They're just like, it's nuts. I'm like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. The world has changed, my friends. The world has changed. And I don't know, how much longer I'll be able to do this. So we'll see. I'll do it for as long as I can afford to do it anyway. Hopefully I'm stocked good for a very long. I've had 2 really good shopping trips, one to Hobby Lobby and one to Joann Fabrics. So hopefully I'm good and stocked for a while so I can just make stuff to my heart's content. But I do need to get my Etsy shop going. I have tons and tons of stuff to put in it. I mean, I could really stock it well. Definitely not a problem. It's a time issue and, all the things going on with our family. It's the reason that there's stuff not in there right now. So, oopsie. I'm going to pull that back over. No. Don't stick. Come on now. Don't stick. Move over. Come on, move over. Move over. Yuck. Yucky. No, that doesn't look good either. Let's try this again. One more time. Let me try it this way. I don't care if it's crooked because, I mean, I'm not looking for perfection here. I'm looking for age. Alrighty. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to get to the fun part, which is this part. And, it's bigger than the... I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We're going to add a little lace to the edge of it. I think we'll work on putting everything on the back side. I've already got this all inked up and ready to go. I just have to decide if I want to cut it down. And I do not. So, let me get some... Oh, boy. Getting to be quite sticky here. I don't think I need that right now. Let me see. Give me one sec to grab my bigger vintage laces. Some of these I have wrapped on cardboard before I found the beautiful tags by my friend Celeste. So before I found those, they were on here. So I want to put something on the edge there. I think I really like this. So I'm going to put that on there. Well, let me see. What did I didn't get any yard. These are just scraps. So there's no yardage. It's just bits of scrap, but I could see if there's something that would be, ooh, that's an old collar. My second shipment from this gal, oh gosh, what's the name of her shop? Was just amazing. I just want to put it on the bottom, like underneath. I think I'll do it that way, and then I can cut it down some more. Anyway, she doesn't have a big lace shop or anything. She just had a couple of collections of snippets from probably leftover from her projects. So, and I don't want to waste all that back there. I am learning, boy, I'll tell you what, since this stuff is hard to get, getting harder. You kind of want to just, you know, hoard it a little bit. Yeah. I'm actually thinking I'm going to do it that way instead of behind, because I just don't even want to cover this little tatted collar. These are all scraps, just scraps. None of them are whole pieces. I'm not destroying anything. Okay. At all. So let me grab my cheesecloth. Oh, I'm getting warm, guys. It's going to be, well, it's in the morning before lunch, so, but it's supposed to be 101 today here in California. Yikes. And I don't live in a super hot area, but every now and then we get some major, major heat. Let me... Hopefully I'm on camera, you guys. I'm hoping I am. It doesn't take anything to mess this stuff up. It's like, it just falls apart in my hands. It's the most open weave cheese. I don't even know where I got this. I don't even know how I got it. I just found it in my stash one day and I went, oh, who sent this to me? Did I buy it? Did I get it on Amazon? Where did this come from? I mean, honestly, I'm like, I don't know where it came from, because if I knew, I would tell you and I would go buy some more. So I kind of, you know, hoarded a bit. I'm going to kind of angle it. I don't want to really cover up the pink underneath. But I guess I'm going to, you're not even going to see that pink under there, huh? It's such a pretty, pretty paper. But, I mean, unless I use a smaller pick. Do I have a smaller one of that? Let me see. I know I do, but I mean, I don't know if I have them out or if I've, no, I don't have, do I? No. Let me see. If I go to a smaller one, you might see the other one behind it, but I kind of like the big photo, so I'm, you know, hesitant to. I got myself and it was on clearance for 1/3 of the price at Hobby Lobby, and I put all my little things in them, and so this is where they live when I'm not using them. The empty spaces you see are for the ones that are on my desk that I'm using, but it's a fabulous little trunk that I can just carry my stuff around in if I wanted to. I'm going to see if I have that in a little, like in a little. I don't remember if that one came in a small. Yeah, there's the small. Oh, no, I think it's too small. It's just too small. Not what I want. No. All right. We just won't see that pretty paper back there, but you guys know it's there, right? What I can do is try not to cover the little bit of pink at the bottom, just so kind of leave it, and then leave a little on the side. Yeah, I'll do that. I can always cut that off. All right, let's try that. Let's give it a shot. So, where do we want to put this? On the back? Yeah. Ooh, I'm going to run out of time. Another one you'll have to see finished elsewhere. But you guys said you don't mind that, because I always do come back and show you. You see it somewhere on Instagram or somewhere. I'm going to kind of just sort of, yeah, I kind of hate to waste all that, huh? But, oh well. Then I want to, this is so much fun. I don't know if that's going to work. We'll see. We will see. Now, I'm not gonna press it down on the edges, just in case I want to slip some ribbon or lace or something under there. Boy, trying to see the top of this in this light. Did you guys just hear my stomach growl? I hope not. Oops, it's coming on lunchtime. I like that, but it's a little white for me. This is how I end up with ink all over my hands. I'm so happy you guys are enjoying my channel and what I'm making these days. I know there's a lot of you that are not interested in lace, and I've lost quite a few of you, but you know, what are you going to do? I can't make everybody happy. So I'm making myself happy. And then I'll probably put something down underneath there maybe. Kind of fill it up. Oh, that's the top. Whoops, I had the wrong side. Also, then do I have the right side here? Oh, it's so hard on this tatting to tell. That's the right side, but I don't want them going the same way. So we'll do it that way. Okay, we'll do it that way. No lawnmower today, but we do have the street sweeper. He doesn't bother me. Not at all. He's very quiet compared to everything else, compared to a garbage truck or any of the other things that come by. I'll say that, and then he'll be like majorly noisy today. You watch. He'll be like, hello, we can't hear you. Up here he comes. You guys, I think a lot of times the YouTube and my camera blocks out a lot of the noise, so I don't think you guys hear half as much as I think you do. So I apologize if I'm apologizing. So, you guys, so funny. I don't want quite that much hanging off. A little bit too much. Goodness gracious, what a mess that makes. Both of them, both the tatting and that make a mess. I do want to make sure I get enough glue on the tatting though, so otherwise it'll completely come unraveled. Well, we're about out of time, you guys. Whoops, I looked up, was not paying attention to what I was doing. Oh my goodness. Bird brain. There we go. All right. There's that. What else do we want on there? Anything? What do you think, guys? Does it need something else? Probably. I want to put some lighter lace maybe back there. I have this one piece of tatting I absolutely love from here, and I keep using it on everything, so I'm going to try not to use it this time. Excuse me a minute while I hunt. I'm kind of hoping I got it in my new batch. Here's my new batch. Let's see, did she put some in there? Ooh, that's really pretty. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, there's a nice light one I could put underneath. I'm going to have to be careful when I cut this, though. It's going to come completely unraveled. Possibly. Possibly. Ah, no, she didn't give me a piece of that. Oh, darn. I was hoping it was in here. Kind of like that, and I like that. So, let me see. I put those in the bottom. Those are the wrong color. Some of this. No. That's not what I want. I was hoping I got some more of this. Oh, I just love this. So, so pretty. Oh my gosh, so pretty. I was thinking if I put a little bit underneath that would finish it off, but I only have one piece, so. Or I could put some of this under here. No, don't like that. I also have a tiny bit of this, but it's so similar to that, I don't think. I was looking for something that would give me some dimension. I do have my new laces. I may have to break those open and then finish that up later. I'm looking at what's hanging on my wall to see if I have anything I can. Ooh, I do. Let me see if that would work. Oh, let's see. Oh, it's not on the one I thought it was on. Well, I'm going to have to look through my stuff, and otherwise I'm going to leave you for too long. And I'm going to look to see what I have, because that isn't a very big piece, and I don't want to, I think I'd like to keep that more for a cover than a little tiny piece. So I'm going to look for something and to put on that. And you know, we've already got our tag made, so there we go. The tag is done. It goes in there. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. Love, love, love it. So I think we're good there. And well, that's it today, guys. So I just wanted to share with you my newest projects, what I've been doing, what I've been making, and you know, what's happening. Nothing exciting. My son-in-law's doing well for now, and so he's home and recovering from all of his surgeries and things that have happened, and back with his family. So Greg and I are finally getting some time together by ourselves to do some things that we want to do. And no flooring as of now, but you know, that could change day to day around here. We're just taking it one day at a time. So there you have it, guys. Well, I hope you have a fabulous day. I want to thank you for watching and coming along and supporting my channel and supporting me. I really, really appreciate you, and I love you all so much, and hugs and kisses, and I will see you in our next video. See you soon. Bye-bye.